This is part 2. If you haven't checked out part 1, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do that right now. The link is in the description below, or just hit the thumbnail right here.
I studied the artisan market. It turns out it's a $32 billion industry.
Did you know the target audience when you got started, or that was an evolution as well?
We are at $1 million run rate this year. Next year, we want to grow to 10 million in sales.
What's one tip you'd give to someone looking to start a shoe company just like yours? I'd love to know more about sustainability, the environmental impact. Was that your goal in the beginning, to be a sustainable company? And really, how did that originate? Why is that important?
I think most definitely that when we started the company, we had like long conversations around the sustainability part, how we can stand from the competition, especially in retail and fashion. That's where we saw with all this like massive mass production and, labor abuse and all these different issues that were problem of this industry. And for us, we wanted to look at it in the both ways, where from the people aspect of it and also from the material aspect of it.
How much research did you do before getting into this industry?
Quite a lot. I come from background of finance and marketing teams, and that's what I did back in the day. Market research analysis. So I studied the artisan market. It turns out it's a $32 billion industry.
32 billion.
All over the world, across developing countries. So in developing nations, agriculture is the single largest source of employer. The artisan sector is the second.
Wow.
We started off with a marketplace idea, but we quickly pivoted to shoes because we initially were bootstrapping and we were building so much more traction on shoes.
What do you mean exactly by that, especially marketplace and then back to shoes?
So when we started back in the day, it was more of a marketplace approach where, we diversify our product catalog. So we were doing shoes, scarves, handbags that, were all like artisan made. But we decided to just focus on the shoes because, we wanted to get the product quality right. And, the standardization, the sizes, and just the overall quality of the shoes.
The design is incredible, very unique. You mentioned that it's really handcrafted by individuals. Who picks the design? Do you have any role in that? Can you walk us through the process of really the design of the shoes?
So back in the day, me and my husband, we designed the shoes. We basically looked at the bright colors that were available in the local market. We made some edits to it that we thought will work. We picked like literally 10 designs, and from those 10 designs, 2 of them are still with us. This one was the design that we picked. It's a very popular one, and this is our second bestseller.
Wow.
But now we have a team of designers that are sort of like freelancing from us. We have designers from Nordstrom, from Steve Madden.
You do? Okay.
Who are designing these different embroideries, picking the color selections. And they're literally giving us like these canvases, which we hand over to the artisans, and they put the embroideries together.
Did you know the target audience when you got started, or that was an evolution as well?
We thought like, young, like students who talk about sustainability or like who likes to shop from social impact brands would be our target audience. But it turns out that mostly that the women who were shopping from us were between 35 to 55. So we have, because we are an e-commerce business, we collect email addresses and, we have all our customer data. So obviously, like, we can drive out their demographic profiles or psychographic profiles.
Can you show us your best sellers visually so we could take a look? Do you have
Yes.
all 3 versions here?
Yep. So we have blue. So there's this one.
So, and I guess since we have your beautiful box in hand, do you do
Yeah.
all the designs yourself, or someone's helping you with all that?
Yes. So I
this guys.
hired a designer to design the boxes, but I guided them that this is how it needs to be done. I'm still not super happy with the design, but it's something
Ever evolving.
exactly. So it will evolve over time.
Okay.
But yeah, we wanted our story to be on here. So if you open the box, it has like a little story.
Our mission's to bring you beautifully handcrafted artisan flats that are comfortable and sustainable while changing the lives of marginalized communities. Beautiful. Great story to it. So this is one of your best sellers.
This
That's
one
the
is
other
our
one.
top seller, the Olivia shoe.
And then do you have that wedding one? All right, let's take a look at your, oh, these are beautiful. You didn't design them for a wedding necessarily purpose, but I now that I see them, it's definitely a good time to put them on and celebrate. As far as your sales, is it steady throughout the year, or have you seen huge fluctuations, and why?
We definitely see fluctuations because we have a seasonality product.
Okay.
And especially like with COVID, we saw an increase in sales, interestingly, but we had supply chain disruptions. So we shifted our supply chain towards also producing face masks. So that was a good save for the slow months for us. And
Same mask being made up in Pakistan, shipped
in
over here.
Pakistan, and
Wow.
we also worked with Seattle-based local artisans to make fuchsia masks that were made here in Seattle. So we did in both places.
Your customers ultimately became people who are marketing your story. They connected with it. Can you elaborate more on that and
Yeah.
the other things?
So our customers really like talking about, knowing where the shoes are coming from, the process behind putting each and every pair together. And we have this like email subscription series where we share stories while they're waiting for the shoes. So one thing that we do differently is we don't carry any stock. We put the shoes after we receive an order in a certain size. So our customers are waiting anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks.
It's a long time,
Exactly.
generally speaking.
So when they are waiting for the shoes, we share stories like this person in Pakistan, his name is Ali, and he's working on sizing your shoes. Or this lady, her name is Rahila, and she's working on creating the beautiful embroidery on your shoes. So that creates a very intimate connection with our customer base, and they just love that whole experience.
You guys, I hope you're hearing that the order time is longer than any typical product. And instead of just ordering and waiting 3 weeks before you communicate to your customer, you guys have come up with a system that keeps them engaged in the process from start to finish when they get that box in the mail, right?
Yep. We kind of think about creative ideas on around what can we share with the customers, how can we keep them posted, how do we up our game on the customer service side. So it just kind of, originated from all of those concepts that, okay, this is how we can keep these guys engaged.
What's one tip you'd give to someone looking to start a shoe company just like yours?
So I think when you're starting a shoe company, figure out what your niche in that shoe business would be, because it's a very crowded market. And if you are going to do something that other people are doing, it will be a really hard sell. Definitely, if I have to give any advice, it would be about coming this far was, having that grit. We failed 10 times, but the 11th time it worked. So it's just about repeating the process and, trying out different things and figuring out what works for you.
Tell us a little bit more, maybe regarding this space, anything unique that we should know about, what you've utilized it for, how it's being used.
So for this space, we use it mostly for our packing and fulfillment.
Okay.
So we have these like center tables where all the stuff is packed and shipped before it goes out to the customers. And then, we also do some sizing. So we use these shoe sizers for custom fittings. If there is any shoe that comes from Pakistan and we feel like we need to size it to a certain customer size, custom size, then we do that. What happens is we don't do half sizes. So for those customers, we have the ability to stretch the shoes by 1/2 inch. And if we need to do that, we use these stretchers. The shoe has the capacity, because it's leather, it has the capacity to stretch out by 1/2 inch.
What are your goals specifically, numbers-wise? How are you going to achieve that? Can you share that with us?
So we want to grow by 10x. We are at $1 million run rate this year. Next year, we want to grow to 10 million in sales.
And what are 2-3 things you think you need to do to get to that level?
Really optimizing our sales and marketing funnel, and then just have more eyeballs. This year, we are ready to, blast everything on like sales side, getting published in like nationwide PR publications, and get more like an army of sustainability advocates on our affiliate program.
Sounds like you're going to go beast mode
Exactly.
for the next couple of years to make that happen. Well, this has been great. Thank you for sharing your story. I know we will do that, and hopefully we'll get more eyes on that. It can help you as well.
Yeah. No, thank you for having me.
This concludes part 2 of Fuchsia Shoes. What an amazing, incredible company, and the story behind it is even greater and bigger. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and engage with us either via comments or via blog. We've got a lot more content and information there for you. Thank you for watching. I'm booking it for today. Adios!